All right, this is a continuation of a video I've already done, rewriting exponential expressions. The reason why I'm doing this video is because we finally get to use what's called the quotient property. So could put 64 to the power of x over 4 to the power of 5x minus 1. And we want to set it equivalent to 4 to the power of f of x. And essentially what we're trying to figure out is like, what is f of x going to equal after we get everything simplified. Now, all the other previous problems we're dealing with the product property. Right now we're dealing with what's called the quotient property. Now, it's going to be very, very, very important that you understand what the quotient property is. That's if you have the same base and you raise it to a certain power and you divide it by the same base of a different exponent, what are we allowed to do with these exponents? We're allowed to subtract them. So we're using this property. But over here, you will notice that these are not the same base. But this is where it's helpful if you know your multiples, okay? 4 to the power of 1 is 4. 4 squared is 16. 4 cubed is 64. This is what you're going to utilize in this problem. So could you please take the 64 that you see right there, and what do I want you to change it to? 4 to the power of 3. So just write it down. 4 to the power of 3, but what's already up there? X over 4 to the power of 5x minus 1 equals 4 to the power of f of x. Thank goodness, because now we have the same what? We have the same base. If we have the same base, what are we allowed to do with these exponents? Please, somebody tell me. Yes, we can subtract them. So could you please take 3x, and could you take away, do not forget to put parentheses when you have a binomial. We're going to put 5x minus 1. Yes, parentheses matter. And we're going to put 4 to the power of f of x. So what we have to do right now, everybody, is we need to simplify this expression, and that's going to be our answer. All right? Well, how do we do this? Would you guys agree we have to distribute this negative to both terms? Yes. So we have 4 to the power of 3x minus 5x, and a negative times a negative is a positive, so that ends up becoming a negative 2x plus 1 equals 4 to the power of f of x. What is f of x going to equal? Close. Negative 2x plus 1 is what f of x will equal. All right, just remember, the whole purpose that we're trying to do is we're trying to figure out, like, what would that be up here? That's why we're going to type in negative 2x plus 1. Okay, here we go. One more problem, all right? This is an easy one for y'all, all right? This will be really, 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 really easy. You just gotta look at it carefully. Ready? 3.14 raised to the power of 159 times x, and we want it to equal a to the power of x. Everybody's going to get an easy one, okay? We're trying to figure out what a is. Does everybody see how we got an x, we got an x? Well, guess what? If they're going to match, you know what a is going to have to equal? 3.14 raised to what power? And 159 in order for them to what? In order for these to match. That's why I'm going to choose answer choice D. Okay? Do you see how these have to match? No, the x's stay the same. Think of it this way. Empty box x equals a. So what would have to go in this box in order for these to be equal to each other? We'd have to have the same number, all right? We'd have to have 3.14 raised to the power of 159. And what would I have to take away? I'm like, all right, I'm going to take that away. What would I have to put over here? 3.14 raised to the power of 159, and then there's an x. So I'd have to fill that in to make these all the same. That's why that's the answer. All right, y'all, good luck. We went over all the problems that you guys can possibly have.